の界隈には未だ石畳の路地が残る。ヴィム・ヴェンダース、職業映画監督。ドイツ生まれのこの監督はパリ・テキサス、ベルリン天使の歌など数多くの名作を撮ってきた。妻のドナータはカメラマン。ヴィムの映画でもスチール写真は全て彼女が撮っている。オズの映画を通じて知った日本をカメラに収めたい。ヴィムは今回映画監督としてではなく写真家としてオズ映画の舞台となった風景を見て歩いた。
This is lovely. And look at this big thing behind us.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah. I used to live in a city in Germany, Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
That also had very old quarters.
Yes.
And
In the
then
center
there's-
of the.
in the center,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they took all the old houses to build the big bank buildings like here.
So, what fascinates you, the Oz film most of all?
I saw something in there that I felt other films had lost. These movies for me represented mankind in a very general way.
映画「東京物語」で日本映画の巨匠という座を世界的に確立した小津安二郎。小津の映画を通じて理想の家族の姿を見たとベンダースは語る。東京物語から53年、小津の世界に存在した日本の原風景は2006年の日本にもまだ残っているのだろうか。
I still see something very specific here, and I still see something that is different from the rest of the world. But Japan slowly seems to be assimilating more and more, and slowly seems to look more and more like the rest of the world.
個性のない風景。都心では次々に再開発が進み、日本家屋は高層ビルへとその姿を変えてゆく。
Even though we have this kind of the beautiful part of the human being, but we have seen the street, town, just we have seen in Kaurasaka.
Here you see, out of a sudden, a new building, 20, 30, 40 floors high, but around it you still see the old neighborhood, and it's still surviving next to it, and it's still functioning. In Japan, it's still, you can still go from 19th century to 21st century just with 2 steps.
This is a very rare occasion in the whole area of Tokyo.
It is happening, but it's still, I still feel it's happening with a little more respect towards the old. And I don't know. I don't know any European cities where the old and the new coexist.
An apple?
古いものと新しいものが混在する街。ベンダースは日本の魅力をそう表現する。
I love that in Tokyo, that it's so that everything is mixed so much.
Not
Yeah, old
necessarily-
and
not
old.
necessarily everything old or everything
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
It's a
It
kind
is.
of
Yeah.
well, but,
Melting as well with the young people who wear these funny fashions, and then elderly people who still wear the kimono. It's all together. It's beautiful.
2人はオズ映画の舞台尾道を撮ってきた。ビムは風景を、ドナータは人を。
I'm also a photographer of change. I'm a photographer of things that I think are beautiful, but I'm also a witness of things that are changing. places have so many stories to tell. Sometimes I feel my camera is almost like a recording instrument, like it records the story of the place as if the place had a voice. Of course the place doesn't have a voice, but it still has stories.
The dedication, that's something that really draws me. So when I said the kimono interests me, because, for example, the women, I just saw it with the women, but they can only do these tiny little steps.
Yeah.
And so everything has to be done very carefully,
Yeah.
very much with a lot of attention, how they lift up the cup and put the hand underneath, and all of these little details is very, very graceful.
Well, again, I'm afraid we are losing these things. What it's you said unique, but what is unique about us? I don't feel so much uniqueness about us. But,
And I think Japan is a place where social behavior is still very strong. And in most of Western societies, all social behavior is disintegrating. I mean, everybody is there for himself. And I think it's amazing if you come to Japan how, like, even look at the subway in rush hour, how civilized people behave. No, they stay in line and they stay in this line. I think Japan has a
Paris.
very strong social tradition of caring for the general well-being, not just for yourself.
道で行き交う人の笑い声、路地を駆け回る子どもたち、人を思いやる心、物や場所への愛着、日本の美しいところ、今の日本が失いかけているもの。
what is home for you?
Where she is,
Where we are home for each other.
home is to have your music, but music can travel, and to have your books, and books can travel. And our German language. I think it's important that we speak German with each other wherever we go. So, and I think my real home is inside the German language.
近すぎて見失ってしまう日本の心。離れているからこそ分かるこの国の美しさ。
That in order to appreciate little things and the loss of little things, sometimes it's beautiful to see them with somebody else's eyes. Because if you live in a place, you want to throw out everything that's old and from the past. You just want to get the new in. And before you know it, you've lost it. So sometimes it's good to let other people look over your shoulder so that you yourself can appreciate your own again.
実は古いもんだけ好きじゃなくてね、渋谷大好きなんです。でパチンコが大好きで、あそこの騒がしさっていうのがたまらないっていう、だからまあそういうものといろんなものが混じり合ってるのが日本の面白さだと、まあかなり混沌としてると思うんだけど、そうではなくてミックスなんだというんですかね。